So it's Monday morning, it's 10 to 11 now. I've been at this since about 9:30, and what I'm trying to do is the massive task of moving this button bar, which is a bar containing these buttons. I want to move it from its current location about 10 millimeters north to sit between these 2 points. That is the task that I am failing to do, and have been failing to do for yesterday afternoon and an hour and a half this morning. Soul destroying. So, I found the geometry in which those holes are drawn, and they are drawn in the button bar itself. So I've used the button bar sketch both as a way to create the button bar and also as a way to punch holes through the case to allow the buttons to go through it. Seemed like a smart idea at the time. Perhaps people know why it's a really stupid idea, but being a beginner, I'm not one of those. Anywho, I found it, and there are other videos about how difficult that was, but here we are, we're in the sketch. So this is the button bar, and this is the locating pin, which is part of the case. And I want to move the whole thing up. Well, I know this move command, M for move, and you get some arrows, but it's not clear to me what it is I'm about to move. I do see this circle. There's no other visual representation of what I'm about to do. There's not even the name of the sketch in the sketch palette. How do you find out what sketch it is you're editing? Well, you rely on the fact that you click the right one. So another belt and braces really low-level mechanism of robustifying the interface is to allow people the opportunity to see explicitly what they're doing or about to do or trying or failing to do, to give them the opportunity to say, oh, hang on a minute, that's the wrong sketch. Oh, silly me. So always have what component you're editing, not just down here. I mean, that's a classic. I've spent the last hour and a half editing in the wrong component. Yay, now I have to throw it all away. So, alright, so I'm going to move something. Let's try and move it. Now it seems that what we're about to move is this construction line, which is not what I want to move. So I'll leave it alone and press escape. That seems to make it go all the way. So maybe I can move the object. Will that move the sketch? I don't know. Move. So, it has highlighted the button bar. So that might be promising. I'll move it there. It's doing some snapping, but not... Oh, it only moves in the X or the Y direction unless I think you can hold one of these. I'm not sure what. Yeah, there's this one. That means you can move them in both. It would be good to be able to have it snap to a line. But anyway, okay, I've now moved that, have I? Well, I've moved the object, but not the sketch which created the object. You see, that sketch is still here. So now I've got this schism, this division between the object and the sketch which created it. And I can't have that. That just gets horrible. In fact, let me put that back and see what happened to the holes. Yeah, the holes have gone. The sketch which has the holes have stayed the same. So I want to move the object and everything about the object to a new position. That should be, I would have thought, something that's understandable, sensible, and commonly wanted, commonly needed to be done. So we'll undo that. How do I move the whole sketch? How do I move the whole edifice, which is the button bar, from this position to another position? How does a person do that? Tell me. I don't know. So let's button bar again. Where is it? Button. This is all of the sketches. Buttob bar standoffs. Okay, so I can fix that spelling error, can I? No, you can't rename it there. We don't let you do that. Okay, can I find it in the timeline then and then rename it there? No, actually, no, you can't do that either. So what I've got to do is move along here, hover, wait for the text to tell me the name of the sketch, and then if I find it, if I don't die of a heart attack before then Jesus Christ, I'm really, really. This is so paralysing, so debilitating, and so vastly annoying. USB out. Can't go back to the beginning. Slider cannot be rolled before the active component. Okay, great. Tell me what the active component is. Perhaps that's what more information is. Don't be an idiot. Of course it's not. So, how does an idiot like me use that information to undo the problem I've apparently caused? Tell me that. Well, I've got the undo key, you know, the kind of universal whoopsie. But look what's happening now. I've been pressing Control Z. As far as I can see, well, stuff's happening, but what stuff? So you run back till it looks like you're where you were before you trod in the smelly stuff. But apparently not. You know, there's no safety. I can keep going Control Z and nothing is apparently happening on this screen. There's no movement update on the timeline. There's no refocusing or expansion or collapsing of the browser. There's no indication of what's being done or undone here whatsoever. You may say, well, if you knew what you were doing, you wouldn't need that. Well, duh, thank you very much. That's my song. The whole thing is, I'm a person who doesn't know how to use it. You're making it utterly miserable for me to find out how to use it. How do I move that thing? How do I move that thing?